Beck's gonna do.
Welcome to our high-tech setup here in the land of RBB. If you could see what is going on behind this setup here, it's high-tech.
Yeah.
High-tech.
It is. It really is.
So, welcome to episode 3.
Yes.
Episode 3 of the 2024 season. It is lit. We are having a great time.
Yeah.
And obviously, as we mentioned, we are talking about all things love yourself. So we are loving ourselves.
Everything.
Era. Do you feel like you are in the...
I feel like I'm a little bit out of it.
Let's get you in the shot.
Yeah.
There. Is that better?
Oh, I feel so loved and included. It's fine. Things are falling apart.
Lenny's here too. Lenny's here as well. She just wanted to get in the
She wanted to say hi.
Okay. All right. For those of you that are listening, we just have a poster with Lene. She's our trainer on here.
Look how close you are.
Oh, sorry. On a total side note, this week, some fun things that have happened in the studio this week. We've had some really fun things. First thing, Lene was officially changed to Lean in our group chat.
Oh, Lean.
At Lean, because a member called her Lean.
I think that's a first.
So
honestly, it's a first.
We do get a lot of interesting names in this place.
Yeah.
But a member who's been a member for a couple of years, which was really funny.
Just whip that one out of the bag.
Was like, thanks, Lean. Have a great...
My favourite is when I get called Abigail.
Oh, yeah. Okay, side note, guys. Abby's name is not Abigail. I learned that the hard way last year. We talked about that, I think.
We did. Yeah, when you booked me flights.
Accidentally booked her flights under Abigail instead of Abby. I will say, I booked you flights yesterday.
And you double checked.
I got the right name. I got the right birthday.
Almost had to pull out my passport and driver's license.
Correct.
For verification.
Correct. Do you know this girl was born in 2003? 2003, ladies.
I'm a baby.
And gentlemen. So in 2003, what were you doing?
Abby was I was being born.
Abby was being born. So
don't remember it.
Yeah.
Well, Beck's currently working. Wait, did you start at 2010 for your playlists?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
so Beck's working from 2010 down, and I'm just waiting for 2003.
This is for leg day. So every Thursday, for leg day, upper body day, lower day, and then upper body day at 6:30. So I do the swap.
Yeah.
I do a theme, and I'm doing the 2000s.
Yeah.
So this week was 2008. So that means next week 2007. So in 5 weeks' time, we'll report back. And it'll be Abby's day.
I'm so excited.
Okay. So the craziest thing about this is I have 2 different target markets between 5:15 and 6:30. So 5:15, I'm like, the 2008. What were you doing in that time? And they were like, I was
Had my baby.
I had my 3rd child, or I was first year uni, or something like that. The girls at 6:30 are like, I was 6 years old.
What was this morning? 2008.
2008.
I started prep.
So, when I do music that is from 2008, I'm like, this is nostalgia, it's a throwback. I was grade 11. I was like, yeah, this is the best time. Zoe, the song was, I want to be famous, I want to be a star, I want to be in movies.
Yeah, at least I know that
The
one.
Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah.
I'm like, Zoe, do you know this song? And she's like, nah. Zoe, 19 years old.
Oh.
She doesn't know the Pussycat Dolls. And I said, it's
So
probably
tragic.
It's probably because her mother hid her from the Pussycat Dolls, understandably. Hid her.
Fair enough.
From the Pussycat Dolls. But if that just doesn't make you feel old, I don't know what will. So
Makes me feel so old.
I've officially hit that age now where I'm like, oh, you don't understand, Abby. This is what it used to be like.
Yes, I see you. Beck, you have an eyelash on your face.
Do I?
I need to get rid of it. No, it's on this side. This one. This
there?
one. No.
Oh, I got another one.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. We're good. You got it.
Oh.
It looks like it was going to get in your eye, and I didn't want you to
Is
start
that?
crying. Yeah, you're good.
Oh.
We're getting a lot of up close and personal with Beck today.
That's weird because my lashes are real. So I don't know why they're falling out.
Sure.
Same as my
How
hair.
was your nap yesterday with your lash appointment?
Okay, so I had a lash appointment yesterday. So when I have a lash appointment, I pay to have a nap. Like, that's what I pay for. Yes, I get lashes and it's a beautiful experience, but I nap hardcore for 2 hours. I was dreaming. Like, I have the craziest dreams. Once I had a dream, there was like elephants and
the lash lady's like, why is she making those noises?
so I do make a lot of noises. She tells me that. I do make I go, apparently I sound like a mouse. That's a mouse noise.
Mouse noise, okay.
But apparently I do make a lot of noises in my sleep.
Well, I didn't realize I talk in my sleep. So
How have you now realized this?
So my sister, shout out to Izzy, she talks in her sleep and she laughs in her sleep and it's terrifying. So it's like, it'd be like the middle of the night and you hear, it's not okay.
No!
But I found out that I talk in my sleep. I didn't know that. And because we went on a holiday and I was sharing a room with my siblings and they said, I sat up in the middle of the night, like bolt upright, like dead asleep. And I was like, it's a DIY project, Mum. Throwing shade at my mum for my DIY project.
Shout out to Rochelle Telfer. Where is she? Rochelle.
She's not on there.
Oh,
I'm on there.
She's not on here. That's Abby. She kind of looks like that, but older. Okay.
I look like that. Same, but different. Yeah. Anyway, so I talk in my sleep. It's terrifying.
Oh, it's you need to get. So my sister talks in her sleep, and she has
got the app
recording. Yeah. So one night, my sister got a cramp, right? Like a calf cramp.
Yeah.
And there's this recording of her literally being like, because she had a cramp.
Did she wake up or was it sleeping?
I don't know. Oh, she was asleep. She was asleep. Yeah. I know. Nuts. So, yeah. Anyways, speaking of cool things coming up.
Yes.
Segue, RBB Games.
I'm keen.
Nuts.
It's going to be good.
For those of you that have never done the RBB Games before, this is probably going to be your favourite time of the year in the land of RBB. Mm-hmm. It is an 8-week training block, so we prepare for 8 weeks. We don't just throw you in the deep end.
That's also fun. But
we could also do that, but we decided we'll be a little bit nicer to you. We'll train you for 8 weeks in preparation for the games.
Yeah.
So 8 weeks, we'll teach you endurance, power, strength, get you ready, game ready. You will be in a team, so we divide the studio into teams. Mm-hmm. You and your teammates will then come together on the 15th of June at LSKD HQ.
How cool is that?
I know.
That is so cool.
On their rooftop.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be amazing. And we will compete against each other. It's a massive early morning, 7 a.m. competition where we compete to see who becomes the RBB Games champions.
Champions for 2024.
For 2024.
Good.
It will be probably my team. Sorry, Abby.
Oh. Yeah, we've already decided that we are the bosses of our team.
So we've already decided we will be the team captains.
I had two members say to me, Rob and Shaughnessy, love you, Rob and Shaughnessy. They're like, are we just going to line everyone up and then you go like in school and be like, I want you on my team. I want you on my team.
Just for anyone that has been traumatized from that experience in their life.
Who was the last picked?
We turned out okay.
Well, it's probably because in school I was like moon boot and crutches. So I didn't get anyone. You'll be our runner.
I was just uncode. I was so not a sporty girl.
That's so funny.
That's why we are who we are right now. Because we were like, never will I ever be the last person picked.
I don't want to feel like that again.
Never. I never want to experience that ever again. So here we are. But that's why we're so funny, Abby. Because
one of the members told me that this morning. She said I'm funny.
Correct. Because of the fact that we weren't the popular girls.
It was our only way to win people over.
Now look
Make
at us.
them laugh. We would have made good clowns too.
We would have.
Or like join the circus.
You know what? If all else fails, we're going to run away and join the circus. So, Dumbo, look out. So, yeah. But yeah, so the RBB Games is coming up. The actual games training starts on the 20th of April, so it's a couple of weeks away. So if you want to know more information about that, hit us up or jump on our website. We've got all the info there for you. But today, as you know, we've been talking about love yourself. This is our love yourself era. And we have been talking about the mind, we've been talking about the soul, and today we are talking about the body.
The body.
Oh, let's try that again.
That was really
We're
hard.
talking about the body.
Ooh.
Oh.
Goosebumps.
I got chills. Have you ever seen? I watched this podcast last night, literally, not going to say what podcast it was, but it was like they were talking, like it was like two girls sitting having a conversation, and the girl was like, oh, I'm literally getting chills from my head to, like, because I was talking about, like, I don't know, psychic things or something, and I was like,
And you're frothing this, Beck.
I'm like, oh, Abby, I'm getting chills talking about
Oh,
the body.
gosh.
So we're going to talk about the body. We're going to talk about why it is important to look after your body. I mean, we are doctors of the body. Abby and I have PhDs in body. So
Don't look that up.
don't ask for our papers. But we obviously understand the importance of looking after your body. But there's so many different ways you can look after your body. There is obviously also the yin and the yang. So there's the yang to the yin to the yang, where it's about pushing hard, working hard,
Then
but then also
recovering
recovering.
hard.
Yeah.
Yes, good. Well, let's dive into what we at basically RBB, this is our forte. Like you said, we're doctors. One way that you can really like stretch, strengthen, challenge your body in a good way is exercise. Oh, one more time. If you're watching, you know what's happening. If you're listening, Beck's flexing.
Just giving you my poses.
Yes. Gonna do one of those bodybuilding competitions. She's very blurry in the background right now. Anyway, exercise.
Too much muscle going on back there.
Oh gosh. Humble as ever. Exercise. So exercise for us brings us joy, right? And we know not for everyone. Everyone finds it a little bit different, right? But the most important thing is to find exercise that you enjoy, that works well for your body, that feels good, but is also challenging. Because it's important to do both, right?
Yeah.
Sticking to that, creating a routine, strengthen your body, you break down your muscles, you rebuild your muscles, strengthens your body, and it linking back to your mind as well. It's not just your body that gets strengthened and you get fitter and stronger, it's also your mind.
Yeah.
Mental endurance, mental resilience, physical endurance, etc. Yeah, I think for some people too, they find that they have to fit into a box of exercise and what that looks like for their body. But we all have different bodies, shapes and sizes. They look different, they feel different. Some of us have injuries, some of us just have things just don't work as well as others. So that's why, like in the studio, like we have options. People go like, I can't train, I can't do HIIT training. We're like, wrong. You can do HIIT training. You just have to do an option of it. So that's why we always show it. So yeah.
I think also too, I was talking to, oh, sorry, the fuzz just went past. I was talking to a friend of mine. We were having dinner together on Monday night. She lives on the north side and she's just started training at a little boutique studio there that does Pilates, right? So she's started doing Pilates. She's been doing it now for like 6 weeks, right? And she's like, I'm not losing any weight. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I'm not losing any weight. I've literally been doing Pilates 3 days a week. I'm really disheartened. There's something wrong with my body, right? And she's like, for the first couple of weeks, I noticed that I was losing weight. Like I was feeling tighter and more toned. And then I just stopped. And so I kind of was like, okay, cool. Well, let's have a look back at that time and what you were doing during that time. You felt like you were losing weight and what has actually changed since then. And so we kind of went back and forth. And, you know, a lot of people don't like to be honest about these sorts of things as well. And it turns out that prior to, like when she first started doing Pilates, she was living with her housemates and she was walking home from work every day. Now she lives with her boyfriend. She's moved in with her boyfriend, so she drives to work. And as a result of that, she's actually not moving as much in her day, even though, sure, she's still been doing her Pilates classes. But my other friend was there who wears a watch, like tracks her workout. And I said to her, how much do you burn in a Pilates class? And she said, I think the most I've burnt is 90 calories. in a Pilates class. And I was like, totally, because Pilates is actually not a class designed to burn calories. It's designed to rebuild when you've had injuries, and it's designed to help strengthen your body. So whilst obviously it's very important, it's very good for you, and it's actually an incredible addition onto everything else you do, if your goal is to actually lose body fat and to actually get leaner, you actually need to be moving more in your day, because your total energy out versus your total energy in has to be greater, right? You have to be burning more than you're eating. So I said to her, I was like, okay, cool, great. Well, why don't you figure out a way that you can start doing that 40-minute walk every day again? And so she's starting to do that. And so it's little things like that where you need to actually be really open and honest with yourself and think, okay, cool, what are my goals? What am I actually wanting to achieve for my body? And if that is movement in my day, actually start doing things that help you move more.
Yeah. I think a number one example of this is like talking to so many like new mamas and stuff who have been very active in the past, and then suddenly they have a dependent and they're like, it's the whole thing of like, oh, sleep when the baby sleeps, or exercise when the baby sleeps, or whatever. It's just not realistic. No. But I've seen things like, they're like, oh, so when I would go to do this, I would like habit stack. So then I'd be like, oh, I'll do 10 squats while something's cooking, or like I'll do 5 push-ups, or like, and people go, oh, like that's not a workout, but it's actually just the little things that add up, and it just creates more daily movement. It's crazy.
I totally agree. It's actually so good for you to just consistently habit stack onto things that you naturally already do, and just incorporate more movement into your life every day to start to achieve results where you feel good, you obviously move in the way that you want to do, and you do things that you enjoy as well. You know, moving your body for fun as well is actually one of the most important things, and quite often that happens when you do it in a community.
100%.
So when you're training in a community, you obviously have more fun, you laugh, especially when your trainer's Abby, and she's
Stop it.
and she's funny. So
I try.
There's that as well. Or like you have a trainer that does kick-ass playlists from 2008. I mean,
rock on.
Come on. But there is also 2 parts to this to look after your body. Well, technically there is 3 parts, but the second part is to eat well, to eat a balanced diet. And how incredible that we have come to a point in the world where we're no longer trying to restrict anymore. You know, like I was actually having a conversation with one of my PT clients this morning where she was talking about the unhealthy food habits that were passed down to her from her mum. Because her mum was a victim of the 80s and the 90s, being a mother and a woman, and how she naturally started taking on those restrictive habits. And so she's so conscious of not passing them now to her children.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is amazing.
Break the cycle.
Breaking the cycle, you know? And I really do believe that we're coming into a really great time in society where it's about fueling your body. And it's really simple. If you want to grow your muscles, you need to be eating enough protein to be able to do that. So you need to be eating protein, carbohydrates, and fats. They are the 3 macronutrients that you need in every single day. You must have a variety of food, so your veggies, your fruit, all those sorts of things.
Get all the micros in.
Micros, which is your vitamins.
Vitamins.
Yeah.
You know what's really exciting too is part of our games challenge coming up is we're actually are we allowed to talk about this? Are we allowed to talk about this?
This
I'm
is
just
like
dropping it anyway, guys.
this is like hot off the press.
Secret.
Yes.
Like, yeah. You only hear it here on the potty, guys. We are
on the podcast.
I never know what's going through my brain. It just kind of happens. This is what it's like being in Bek's classes too.
Undiagnosed ADHD, but I so am.
I know you're diagnosed right now.
It's okay, because so is she. So we all
I
are.
have a PhD.
Write me some meds.
Oh gosh. Chill pills. Literally just chill pills. Anyway, the Gains Challenge. We're collabing with Workout Meals. They're called Workout Meals. Link in bio.
Jokes, we're not going to do that.
Workout Meals. They absolutely, they look so good.
They do.
And they have all the macro breakdowns. So in every single meal that you're eating, you can go, this is the amount of protein I'm having, this is the amount of carbs I'm having, this is the calories of the meal.
Yeah.
And we're going to incorporate them into our meal plans. So you have 8 weeks of like, you're welcome, handed to you.
Yeah.
Here's what to do to increase your strength, to lose your weight. Depends on your goals, right? But it's all with the focus on hitting those macros, which is all about what more can I add to my diet more than what can I restrict. It's really cool.
It's literally about making sure you hit those targets every day, because that's the thing that's going to actually get you the results. It's not about restricting. It's not about less. Yes, it is about eating less than you're burning if your goal is to lose body fat, but you can't be losing your muscle. So you need to have the protein. You need to get just the right amount for those things. And the other thing, every single cell in your body is made up of what? Water. Good. I didn't want to like turn to you and be like, what?
And I didn't
and
know.
No, because we literally had this conversation just earlier where Abby was like, I hate it when they put me on the spot and ask me to know the things. Don't mind us. We're just having a quick drink of water.
Cheers.
Tron. Look at my top-notch, high-quality water
Beck
bottle.
loves the little plastic squashed ones and the big plastic squashed ones.
Okay, so there's a couple of things you need to know about me, guys. One thing is that I am such a tight ass. Like,
Really?
my weekly spend budget is so small, right? Like I have a bank account that I like drop money in that's like, this is my weekly spend, and when that money's gone, I can't spend anymore. I have to eat whatever's in my pantry. Like I'm so strict. Like it's like, I'm not even going to tell you how much it is, but it's very small.
Drop the daily budget.
I'm going to tell you my daily budget. Let's just say it's less than what probably a lot of people would do. But because of that, I am so like stingy when it comes to like water bottles, like just, and even clothes. Like I wear things till they die. I have like 3 pairs of activewear that I just rotate through. Like I'm so stingy.
No, you're doing it for the environment, right?
Correct.
Yes.
I'm doing it for the environment. I'm doing it because I run a small
Ignore
business.
all that.
I do
She's
run
sustainable.
a small business.
Oh, goodness.
But it's also because, minimalist, you know,
Yes.
all of those sorts of things.
It's a vibe.
But one of the things is it does mean that my water bottles look like this before I replace them with a new one. So
It's all right. She doesn't use them when they're moldy. It's all good.
not all the time.
Not all the time.
So,
Building your immune system, you know, one step at a time.
yeah. So anyways, every cell in your body is made of water,
Yeah.
which means drink water every day, 2 to 3 litres.
Like minimum. Especially if you're working out more.
Every 250 mils for every 15 minutes of intense exercise you do, on top of the 2 litres. But to be completely honest with you, I will say Dan, Sunshine Coast boy was his name in last season. He is currently doing 75 hard, and he's drinking 4.2 litres a day.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. So that's what they say he has to drink.
It's a lot.
He's a man, obviously, so like more of everything except brains. But just like
That's totally
joking, love you. But like at least 3 litres a day. Flush the garbage.
Yeah, all
out
the
of
toxins
your-
out.
Yes. Get rid of it.
Yeah. It's good. I said that in class last night, how much you're meant to be drinking. And one of the members was like, don't even look at me.
I don't understand. It is literally okay. So this is the thing, right? How much money do you spend on your skincare? How much money do you spend on makeup to cover your face up? How much money do you spend on beautification processes of all of the things?
Yeah.
The cheapest thing you can do for your skin, Abby doesn't count. Okay. Abby and I don't
My
count.
weekly budget, like what you do for...
That's her
literally,
skincare.
that's my skincare. No, that's a lie. I use... Shout out to Grace Cosmetics. I do use Grace Cosmetics, but I think it's more my hormones we're going to work on. Because
We're
this is
working
a
on
bit
the
of
hormones.
an
Yes.
interesting
Yeah.
state. Anyway, continue.
So, yeah, it is like every cell in your body is made of water. The best thing you can do for it is hydrate.
Hydrate.
That's me. Over and out.
She's done. She's tapping out. All right, next thing, moving on from balanced diet, is restorative movement, or like active recovery, right? So this is kind of like a form of exercise, but it's a resting one. If you're watching, you can tune in and just follow along.
I was just giving you guys a free yoga session in the background.
Oh, you stole the words out of my mouth.
Oh, sorry.
For example, yoga, stretching. You know, that's in 75 Hard. One of their workouts can be stretching, right?
Yeah. 75 easy for us.
Not only is restorative movement good for your body in terms of relaxing, resetting, say like you've had a really hard workout, an intense session and your muscles are sore. If you're stretching and doing yoga, it can actually help you get better quicker.
Yeah.
Not get better, but like heal, recover your muscles to repair.
Yeah.
And plus with things like yoga, it's not just the focus on like the body, it's also the focus on like the mind and the soul, right? So there's a lot of like mind muscle connection, which for some people can be a bit scary sometimes, but it's really important because the more in tune you are with your body, the better that you can listen to it and actually find movement that feels good and kind of works. So add in some restorative movement, stretching, yoga, what else? Like Tai Chi, that's cool. I've never done that, but you see like the old people in the park doing the things. It's very cool. Things like that. Even walking. I'd say walking is very much restorative movement.
I love walking.
Strolling through nature, getting your sunlight, listening to the birds and the things, the animals.
It's beautiful.
The chipmunk, whatever Bek is.
Chipmunk.
You said in your sleep. Oh, the mice. The mice. There you go.
Mice, what?
When you sleep, talk.
Oh, yeah, I sound like a mouse.
It's all right. I was trying to make a reference to before,
Sorry.
but...
Apparently it's very cute, so...
I love mice.
I don't know.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, so getting better at that whole mind-body connection is really important. Taking the time to kind of just actually sit in your body, be present, and go, how am I truly feeling today? And, like... For example, I'm trying to get better at this. So if it's like a morning thing, the first thing you do in the morning and the last thing you do at night, it's just a really good touch base. But also if you're starting to get better at it and you're like, oh, I can do this more often, do it during the day.
Yeah.
Check in. Sometimes like if you work at an office and you're working at your desk and stuff and you check in, go, how am I really feeling? Actually, I really need to get up and move. I really need to get up and move and reset and take a 5-10 minute break, go get a coffee, whatever, and reset. Do it.
Yeah. Yeah, actually taking the time for you to rest and reset and be aware of what is actually going on in your body, because so often we've gotten so used to just like not registering, like just not clocking what's going on, which means that you have an inability to identify emotions, because when you start with your body, understanding your body and the feelings in your body, that helps you actually identify emotions. And I saw this really cool drawing literally last night, where it's like a little black wallet, like you've got a wallet and you carry that wallet around, and that wallet is like your emotions, and whether you're aware of them or whether you're not. However, if you don't actually register and process the things that are in your wallet, it becomes a handbag. And then it becomes an overnight bag. And then it becomes a suitcase.
Emotional baggage.
Emotional baggage.
It all just clicked in my head. If you didn't see that, I went, oh, a light bulb.
It was like tick, tick, tick. Register. Which essentially means that if you aren't processing all of the things that are going on the inside of you, it's actually going to start to get heavier and heavier, and you're not going to be able to actually register what's going on, which then means you start to carry more weight. It's the same with your body. If you don't register when there's a niggle, when there's a pain, when there's something going on, headache, all of those sorts of things, then that gets worse, and it gets worse and worse and worse until you crack and something happens. And then obviously when you crack, you are then out.
Implosion.
Yeah, for a long period of time. So, and like you only have one body, right? You literally have one body. You have one opportunity to get this right. It's the one thing you can't replace is your body. So you need to be doing the things that will actually look after you.
It sounds so simple, but it's like, I think something that you actually need to think about a bit more. I think for me, going like, oh, actually, I've only got one shot at this.
100%.
Like one life, one body,
There we go.
actually taking the time for recovery and things like that. I was sick recently, and it was like every time I get sick, it's so hard. It's so hard. I go, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I'm trapped in my body, blah, blah, blah. And I actually go, no, I'm well enough and I'm fit and I'm healthy and I'm going to get over this quickly. I'm going to recover hard, rest hard, and then come back stronger.
The fitter and healthier you are, the better you are at recovering. I was actually doing research on this yesterday in terms of like how quickly your body heals after surgery and things like that. If you're healthy, it's like 4 times or something.
So much better.
Is the speed of recovery if you are active going into whatever it is that you have to have done. Or if you have a sickness, you just recover so much faster, you come out the other side. But you must rest in that time.
I remember chatting to my brother. He's a physio, and he's talked about this.
That's a shame. He's not a doctor like us, but he's close.
He's just, subpar.
Yeah. Just an undergrad.
He was talking about this research study, I think, that he was looking at during uni, and it was like they prescribed HIIT training to cancer patients.
Yes.
And it helped them build endurance and resilience for their chemo treatment, and actually helped them recover quicker from chemo because they were doing HIIT training. I was like, isn't that crazy? Because people are like, oh my gosh, like, no, like, you need to you need to be careful, like, which of course is important, but it's also like, actually, if you work hard to build the strength in your body and in your mind, you can actually overcome sickness.
Hugely so. Another component of that is that with cancer patients, when you have chemotherapy, you lose the ability to feel. So you can't feel emotions. You don't know when you're happy, you don't know when you're sad. However, HIIT training elevates the cortisol levels in your brain. So it actually is an emotional release from everything that you're going through.
Forced way to do it.
It actually forces you back into feeling things. So it's very, very good for you. HIIT training also builds resilience. So it's designed to put your body under pressure and stress, which builds resilience. Yeah, when you're under stress, you get resilient. Yeah. And so it starts with your body, but it then actually goes into your entire being, your mind, your emotions, everything. Come do HIIT training.
Yeah, like shameless plug right there.
Shameless plug for
because it's just research.
Because it's just the results. So.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
I think all these things are so important to just make sure, like, I think it's a question you ask, how can I feel my best today?
Yeah.
How can I feel my best? What can I do to just feel 100%? I was talking to a member this morning, and we were like, you know that feeling when you wake up from like a really good night's sleep and you might have gone to bed early, you had a yummy dinner, and you just wake up going, I can do this. Like, today's going to be a really good day.
Yeah.
You know how you have those days, but sometimes they're like weeks apart? What if you felt like that every day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Life-changing.
Yeah, it's about looking after you. It's about doing what is best for you, resting, training hard, recovering, fueling, supplementing to make sure that you are getting your macros, your micros, everything your body needs to feel its best.
Yes.
So love yourself. We're here for you. We love you.
We're getting better at this.
We are so much better. So guys, we love you. Have the most amazing week. Obviously, if you need to find us, you know where to find us. Abs Peters.
Abs_Peters.
Abs_Peters.
We've never plugged my Instagram.
Follow Abs_Peters on IG.
Chills.
Bek Strachan sounds like Strachan. Strachan. It's okay, I'll get married one day and it'll be changed. And RBB Fitness Studio on the TikToks, on the Instagrams, on the Facebooks. RBBFitnessStudio.com. Come work out with us. We have a 7-day free trial in studio, online. We love you. Go change the world.